Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to talk about the Bhosporus Strait, which is Turkey's strategic lever between Europe, Asia and the Black Sea. So the Bhosporus Strait, which is one of the most world strategically significant maritime choke point, it serves as the only maritime gateway between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean, making it indispensable for regional security, global trade, energy transportation, and military strategy. So for Turkey, the Bosphorus is more than a waterway; it's a geopolitical instrument. Through the 1936 Montreux Convention, Ankara controls the passage of the warship while guaranteeing the commercial navigation. This unique legal authority gives Turkey influence far beyond its military or economic size. Since Russia-Ukraine war, the Bosphorus has become even more strategically important. It determines naval access for the Black Sea states, affect grain transport, influence energy logistics, and places Turkey at the center of NATO-Russia dynamics. Let's understand why does it matter. Militarily, Turkey's control access under the Montreux Convention, which is on 1936. Russia's Black Sea fleet depends on Bosphorus to reach the Mediterranean. NATO relies on Turkey to regulate naval access to the Black Sea. Talking about trade and energy, the critical route for grain export from Ukraine and Russia, major corridors for oil, petroleum products, and commercial shipping. Any disruption raises freight cost, insurance premium, and global commodity prices. Geopolitics gives Turkey the significant diplomatic leverage over both NATO and Russia. During a crisis, Ankara can restrict warship transit according to Montreux Convention while allowing commercial shipping under normal conditions. So altogether, the Bosphorus is essential for NATO strategy, Russian naval operations, Ukraine export, European energy security, Black Sea commerce. Any disruption in Bosphorus traffic would rapidly affect grain market, energy shipment, shipping insurance, and Black Sea military operation. Talking about its strategic location, the Bosphorus separates Europe, Asia, and connects Black Sea and Sea of Marmara. Together with the Dar- Dardanelles Strait, it forms the Turkish strait system linking the Black Sea to the Mediterranean and ultimately world's ocean. So the maritime choke point, the Bosphorus is approximately 31 km long and it's narrow about 700 meters at its narrowest point. Its characteristics include its characteristics include sharp bend, strong current, dense commercial traffic, transit through the central of Istanbul, one of the largest cities. These major factors make navigation operationally complex. Infrastructure, Bosphorus Bridge on 15 July, Martyr Bridge, Fatih Sultan Mehmed Bridge, Yavuz Sultan Selim Bridge. These connect Europe and Asia and are vital for Turkey's domestic economy. So, Eurasian Tunnel provides an underwater road crossing, reducing dependency on bridge traffic. The ports include nearby ports include like Hyderpasa, Amberley, and Kumpot. These support container trade, bulk cargo, and regional logistics. So let's talk about historic context. The Byzantine era control of the Bosphorus underpinned Constantinople's prosperity and strategic importance. Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire controlled the Bosphorus for centuries using it to regulate trade and project naval power. In 1936 Montreux Convention, the Montreux Convention granted Turkey control over the Turkish Strait while guaranteeing freedom to passage of commercial vehicles in peacetime. It also established rule governing the transit of warship, including limits on non-Black Sea power. This remains a legal foundation of the Strait governance. Over the Bhosporus became front line of strategic competition between NATO and Soviet Union. Control of naval access to Black Sea was a major element of the regional security planning. Russia-Ukraine war. Turkey's evoked provision of the Montreux Convention to restrict the passage of certain warships, reinforcing its role as both NATO member and a mediator. This demonstrated how legal authority over the state can influence military dynamics. Let's talk about the anti-analysis. Turkey, the strategic objective was to protect sovereignty over the strait, preserve freedom of commercial navigation, maintain regional stability, balance relations with NATO and Russia, enhance its role as regional power, capabilities to control under the Montreux Convention, modern navy, coast guard, maritime surveillance, strategic geography. The constraints were NATO commitment, economic dependency on maritime trade, need to manage relations with both Russia and Western allies. Russia, the objective were ensure uninterrupted access to commercial shipping, preserve operational flexibility for the Black Sea Fleet within Montreux rule, maintain maritime access to the Mediterranean. The constraints were dependency on Turkish administrative state, international sanctions, and Black Sea security environment. The NATO, the objective were support Black Sea allies, protect maritime trade, enhance regional deterrence, and respect the Montreux Convention. The constraints were restriction on warship presence under the convention, need for Turkish cooperation. For Ukraine, the objective were maintain export route for grain and other commodities, ensure maritime access, strengthen naval security. For Romania and Bulgaria as NATO members on the Black Sea, they depend on a secure access through the Turkish Strait for the trade and the regional security. The geo-economic importance include grain. The Black Sea is one of the world's most important grain exporting region. The Bosphorus is the principal maritime outlet for this export. Disruption can affect food prices and food security in importing region. Energy, the strait are used for transport of crude oil, refined petroleum product, LNG related shipping, industrial cargo. Although some pipelines bypass maritime routes, the Bosporus remains strategically important for regional energy logistics. For shipping, thousands of vessels transit from Bosporus each year. Any interruption can increase insurance costs, delay cargo, disrupt supply chain, rate raise freight rates. So that was it for this video, and in next video we would discuss about its naval balance, military assessment, and some of the assessment and intelligence indicators, comparative choke point analysis, and some of the final intelligence assessment. So for this video we would end up here. Thanks for watching, and do check out our else videos. Till then, take care and goodbye.